Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back like 5 minutes later than I was last time, but I don't know if you guys are watching these parts back to back, or this will actually be the last part of this story because there's only 2 more chapters left, thank God. And then I don't know what I'm gonna review. Whatever I feel like, I guess. But we left off at let's see, Bella being creepy. I mean, I'm just gonna assume that you guys watched the last part, but just to say, she again says he's her mate, and she ends up being an abusive fucking bitch for really no apparent reason, rather than I guess to make the readers hate her for whatever reason. It's just like I don't know how the author is going to redeem her. And some of you are maybe be like, oh, spanking isn't that bad, but it was described as being pretty, like, pretty over the top, like, I don't really have a problem with the, a pop on the butt. I remember, my mom would, my mom never spanked me, but, well, except once, but, I mainly just I didn't really get punishments, I got discipline, my punishment always had something to do with what I did wrong. Like if I had the TV on in my room later than I was supposed to, I'd get the TV taken away. Same thing with the computer. Well, back in the olden days, kids didn't have their own computers, so I would like play The Sims or Oregon Trail or something on my mom's desktop. And if she found me in her home office, after a certain amount of time I was supposed to, get the computer privilege taken away. But I do remember the one time I was spanked was I was really little, I think a toddler, and I ran out into the street, and my mom, again, spanked me. I don't remember this, but she told me about it, and she said, it was only because, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure you don't, fucking do that again. We're in the street, you could die. Whereas Bella in this story is beating the shit out of Draco because he didn't want to take a bath. I mean, you guys have to agree that that's overkill. So let us continue. A New Life. Chapter 5. Draco POV. Let's get it going. Oh, I said let's get it going, so let's get it going. I had a good sleep with Bella holding me. Ew. But I think she is sad about spanking me still. Oh, innocence, but still. I don't know why, because I am not mad anymore. Oh, you poor kid. Poor kid. And why does the author keep obsessing over this? They're saying the same shit over and over. Draco's like, oh, I'm not mad. Bella's like, oh, I feel bad. Draco's like, oh, I'm not mad. Bella's like, oh, I feel bad. It's like, move on! I was currently in her arms as my head sat in the crook of her neck. Oh. Draco, do you want breakfast? She sounded so broken. When I looked up, I saw her eyes were black. Her hair was what? I've heard these funny urban legends about people, like, getting really scared and their hair turning gray, like, all of a sudden. I mean, I don't know if there's any truth to them, but that's just what I imagine happening. Like, and then her hair turns off. Like, why? That's so fucking stupid. Oh, and this is another run-on sentence. Big surprise there. And she was paler than the average vampire. So, like, she said, Draco, do you want breakfast? In this broken tone. Like, Draco, do you want breakfast? Oh, dear God. What's wrong, Bells? I asked. When did you start calling her Bells? And when did she start calling her Dragon? Again. Like, I've seen this in a couple other fics. It's like you just randomly start calling them by a nickname, with like no real, explanation behind it, or, it just starts on suddenly. Like in the novella series I'm currently writing, a couple characters have nicknames for each other, but they're really close siblings. And it's kind of, it's not, what I'm trying to say is it's not just random, like you met her yesterday, you call her Bella, and all of a sudden you're like calling her Bella. Is just weird, and just, I don't know. Come on. Nothing, I'm fine. ... Her voice cracked on fine. Oh, I guess her voice, no, I'm fine. No, you are not. Don't lie. You don't even know her. You met her yesterday. How do you know she's lying? I smacked her arm. She flinched and screamed lightly. Oh my God, is she like septic or like about to die or some shit? That a little smack on the arm from a 5-year-old causes her extreme pain where she screams? And I like the idea of this protagonist screaming in pain. It brings warm feelings to my heart. Anyway, the door burst open. Harry, Jasper, Emmett, Rosalie, Alice, Mommy, and Daddy don't have a comma before the and. We're all there, comma, the all looked at Bella and gasped. Woo! Carlisle, dear, what is the date? Mommy asked. How's that relevant? January 29th was all he said, looking emotionless. Why? Why is he looking emotionless? Why? Mommy, why is Bella sad? Wow, way to talk about her when she's right there. Why did Harry's looks change so that he looks like... What? When did this happen? They were alone in the room until like 2 seconds ago. And Harry's not... It's Harry... I guess Harry did come in, but... along with a litany of the other characters. But just all of a sudden he's like, why did Harry's looks change? It's like, what? That was never explained. They could have said something about it. Did he drink Polyjuice Potion? I hope so, but probably not. Because one of their stupid fucking superpowers is that they can look like other people when they want to. Ugh. Should have been Polyjuice Potion. I would have liked at least one thing from Harry Potter to be in here, but it's all Twilight stuff. Why? Why, author? Why? Alright. And why did he change his looks into Bella? Do you remember her story about how she was changed? I nodded. Who was talking? Well, today is the 84th anniversary. Ew, she's so old and he's only 5. Ew, this is so awkward. She really is a pedophile. I wanted to believe she was like a teenager, but that was a pipe dream. Alright. Every year this happens. She's sad that she can't have a family. This is such clunky exposition and just a piss poor excuse for character development. It really is. Did anyone? She was okay. So thinking back to part 2, she was saying about how like, oh, they're my family, and it seemed like she was perfectly content with where she was, besides the fact that she had to have her mate. Okay. But she has us, I said, even though you've only known her for 1 day. She wants her own family, a baby mainly. Okay, when did she ever mention that? I love this. I love this. And by love this, it means I want to smash my iPhone in with a hammer because I'm reading this shit off of it, but I know I shouldn't. I should at least wait until my upgrade in May when I get my iPhone 6, and then I'll smash my iPhone 5C with a hammer. Okay. Blah blah. The one that she was engaged to killed her just like Rosalie, she said. I only remember the gang rape part, not the Bella dying part. I could be everyone's baby, I said. Ew. No, just can we have something other than pedophilia, please? God, could we just have a normal relationship be focused on for just like 2 minutes? Oh, thank God. Except Bella. She is your mate, just like Carlisle is mine, when you two are going to go out and eventually get married. Oh, this poor kid, this poor kid, this poor kid. I cannot even, like, this is on a level of child bride. I mean, this is disgusting. It's disgusting. And even if it were some kind of, oh, they can't help it, it's this, this nebulous thing that can't be, fought against or whatever, it's still disgusting. Stephenie Meyer, author of the Twilight series that started this whole older dude falling in love with a baby bullshit. I got one of these for you. Oh, dry sobs could be heard next to me. Oh, so his reaction is just, oh, not fear. I mean, if I were 5 and I had someone, chick or dude, be like, we're gonna fucking and get married and all this bullshit one day, I'd be terrified. I'd be so confused emotionally, I mean, I wouldn't really know any better because I was only 5. Unfortunately, I didn't know any better, but still. Why is Harry sad, I asked. Because him and Belle are twins, so they're very close, and feels sad when she is. He hates that she is in pain. Actually, I don't know if it's fraternal twins too, but identical twins, it is, even, Hitler, obviously wanted to study them, but he was fucking Hitler, so fuck him. But identical twins have always been, not like fucking Hitler where he experimented on them and shit, but they've always been interesting to research because they do seem to creepily, be in the same mood or have the same emotions, or, even when they're far away, I don't know how much truth there is to that. Again, I'm not a scientist or anything, but, that actually is, a little interesting tidbit if it was presented in a more cohesive way that is showing and not telling. Okay. Oh, I ran up. Oh, I ran. And I hate first person. I hate first person. I hate first person. I hate first person. It feels like the author's inserting themselves into the story, which is not cool, and I don't know why I'm singing because I suck at it, so I'm gonna stop. Anyways, that interesting cringy diversion is over now. Thankfully. Musical diversion. Da 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 da. Alright. Then I went to give Belle a hug, but she flinched away. I had my feelings hurt. You fucking cunt! I cannot wait for this story to be over. And I only reserve I actually like the word cunt. I don't mind it. But I know a lot of people hate it. So when I call someone a cunt, I reserve it for people who really deserve it. Only a few people are considered cunts in my mind. This character is just, I don't know if that's what they were going for. I don't think that they wanted the readers to hate her. I don't think so. But what sort of signals or, what is she teaching him? basically to hate women. And men, I guess, because of his dad. Ah, I'm having phone issues. Uno momento. I will return. You lied to me. I said that I love you. You lied to me. Yes, I try. You lied to me. Die for you. Anyway, that's my song dedicated to Bella from this fucking story. Oh boy. Let us continue, unfortunately. Okay. So, where we left off before another musical diversion happened, we are at the part where she flinches away from a hug, and I already ranted about that. Sorry, she whispered brokenly. And then she held me to her and started sobbing into my hair. Ew, she's getting like snot and shit all in his hair. Ugh. Add insult to injury. Let's see. Soon Harry came to join us. Ew. Giant group hug. Creepy group hug. And then Rosalie and Emmett. Alice and Jasper. And Mommy and Daddy. We had a group hug. No shit! Slowly her hair turned back to normal, and her eyes flashed the blue before going back to black. Back to Black. Isn't that a Backstreet Boys album? Why don't you go eat? I need to go on a ride. You coming, Harry? He nodded, and she handed me off to Esme. So, you guys are going for a bike ride or something? Well, that's healthy, at least. You're getting your exercise. Alright. Bella POV. Do not change point of views in the middle of chapters. That's really awkward. It's a really not a good way to transition. I mean, again, in the series I'm writing, like you care, sorry, but just as an example, I do have, the story is from 3 different points of view, but they're all each in their separate chapters, so the transitions don't seem weird and confusing. Well, especially mine because one of the points of view is going on in a completely different part of the world. Anyway, don't do that. Bella POV. It started at midnight. As soon as I realized the date, flashbacks came at me like bludgers. Yay! Something from Harry Potter! Right now I was writing my Firebolt. Capitalize that for Firebolt. Magic always calmed me down. I soon felt my eyes go bright blue. How can you feel your eyes changing color? That sounds painful, actually. Race you home, Harry. Ha 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 ha, just pretend like I didn't abuse a little child and I'm not a pedophile, sociopath, and I'm writing my oh, you're sick. And then, of course, I was off and won. What a surprise. I was the chaser, capitalize C and chaser, please, for the Gryffindor team. My god, they spelled Gryffindor right and capitalized the G. Good job, author. But unfortunately, that does not redeem you from this other bullshit. Harry was a beater. Author's note. Yes, I know Harry was a chaser. I changed it because I'm changing this. Harry was not a chaser, you fucking idiot. Don't write a fanfic with, because clearly you know about Twilight, but you know nothing about Harry Potter at all. You don't even know how to spell Voldemort. Harry was a seeker, you moron. And why would you change it in the first place? Even if you got the seeker part right, why would you change it? This serves no purpose. Unless they're going to have a scene of Harry beating someone to death with, a bludger bat. Which I hope he does, because I hope it's Bella. What did I tell you, brother? Never race against me, I said smugly. God, you're so narcissistic. I never agreed to. Plus you cheated. Harry whined. Whiner, ... I said. He glared. Bella, are you better? Draco asked me. Where did he come from? I thought they were flying their brooms through the air. Did he randomly pop up on a fucking broom and join them to say, oh, are you okay? Well, I guess they don't go like this on brooms, but whatever. I picked him up and kissed his forehead. Ew. Yes, I'm better, I said. I love you, Bella, he said. Oh, my baloney has a first name. It's Alessia. I love you too, baby boy, I said. I'm sleepy. Can I go to bed, he asked. First, you're getting a bath. No arguments, ... Oh, God, I hope this isn't a repeat of the last chapter, or I'm gonna, like... Oh, God. Okay, he sighed and walked up the stairs. Why'd you spank him yesterday, Harry asked. How did he know? I guess she told him. He was misbehaving. It felt like I had to, or he would end up like a spoilt brat. What you mean, spoiled brat? I said simply. Oh, okay, he said. You know, I'm not going to keep pointing out the fact they met yesterday because you guys already know this. It's just ridiculous. I'm going to go give him a bath. See you later. And then I walked off. I walked into the bathroom to see Draco's still red bottom wriggling as he tried to get his shirt off. You know, it wouldn't be creepy if, you know, my brother is a significant amount of years younger than me. So, you know, I change his diapers, you know, I've given him baths. So this wouldn't be creepy if there were the fact that Bella wasn't in love with a 5-year-old. Then it wouldn't even be God. Oh, and his bottom's still red. You bitch. Here, let me help, I said. He nodded and I pulled up his shirt. As soon as the bath was done, I got him dressed and into bed. And, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of chapter 5. We have one more chapter to go. Thank God the story isn't complete. Or at least I don't think so. But it wouldn't really make sense if it were complete because, like, we're not even, like, beginning the actual story. We're still in exposition mode. But yeah, again, I'm going to save my big review for the end of this video, which will be the end, thank God, of this stupid fanfic. So let's take a little intermission, and I'll be back with you in uno momento. Oh, I just had some Hungry Howies, and it was fantastic. Alright, so I pulled up chapter 6. Does it get any better? No. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I have read through quite a bit of it. It doesn't get better. Sorry. Alright, chapter 6, Pella B.O.B. It had been nearly a year since I saved Draco. Really? What? They're leaving out huge chunks of the story. It's like they're trying to rush it. Why? If you want to be done with the story or like not, just don't do it. Like, just when I thought that, Carlisle called a family meeting. Draco, sweetie, wake up. We have a family meeting to attend to, I said. What's a family meeting, he asked. 5-year-olds are not this stupid. Oh my God. Oh, they know what a family is, and they probably know what a meeting is. So, it's a family meeting. The more you know. It's where the family meets up and discuss things. No shit, I told him. You're not going to give me away, are you? He asked with wide, scared eyes. And why would they give him away? What made him think that they would? No, Draco, we would never. We all love you too much, I said simply. Okay, I love you guys too. And then he hopped off the bed. Hopped off the bed, I think they mean. Let go, Draco. Then I picked him up and ran vampire speed to the living room. All this vampire speed stuff's so funny to me. It's like a Benny Hill sketch. Mommy, Daddy, good morning, he said, kissing their cheeks. What are we? Huh, Draco? Emmett asked. Chopped liver was his only reply. The look on Emmett's face was priceless, but he knows not to be rude. What? As funny as that was, Draco, you know not to be disrespectful. Step out of line again and you'll get a spanking. He was just joking. My God. That's like the oldest line in the book. What am I, chopped liver? Like, what? Shockingly, Harry said that. So Harry's an abusive asshole as well. Fantastic. Draco had been spanked at least once by everyone in the house except Harry. This poor kid. Oh my god, this poor kid. I don't even particularly like children, and I want to take them in my arms. And I was shocked he was the one who told Draco off. Yeah, 5-year-old. You're such a tough guy telling off a 5-year-old. Draco glared at Harry, then he smirked. You wouldn't spank me, he said. What is wrong with him? Oh, really? You just earned yourself a bare-bottom spanking after this meeting, Harry said. Oh. Butt wipe, Draco muttered. Good. He has a butt wipe. You're right. I stormed up to him and gave his bottom 10 snarling smacks. Oh my god! This whole story has been Draco getting abused. You better fucking hope, author, that you don't end up making it look like they're the good guys in the end. I swear to God. Are we gonna be treated to another ruthless spanking of the child? I was looking at him furiously. He looked like he would cry. I'm sorry, Bella. Then the tears spilled over. Draco, go sit down and listen to Carlisle after he has done you. Ew! After he's done him? Oh, that's so gross. I think they mean done with you. You will get your spankings. He nodded and sat down. No. Oh, boy. Okay, so we need to move. I was thinking moving to the USA in a little town called Forks. Capitalized off in Forks, but it's fucking town. Why didn't they say they lived in Europe? Oh, wait, never mind there, because, duh, Draco obviously lives in Europe because Hogwarts is in Scotland. Also, I believe Draco's old enough to start kindergarten, and you kids will be going to the local high school, Carlisle said. What's kindergarten? Draco asked, sniveling. He's reduced to a sobbing, sad little boy. I can see now why Draco turned out to be such an asshole. First year Muggle school, I answered. Capitalize the M in Muggle. He nodded and looked down. Okay, that's all I want to say. You all may continue with your day, he said, giving Draco a pointed look. Why did I say OMG? Says, okay, Draco, come on, Harry said. Draco followed obediently, with me following him. Really? Are we from Wisconsin, following him? Yes, sir. I was disrespectful to you and Emmett. Okay. I just realized that I have to point this out because if it's not a plot inconsistency, then it's sick. Because they're like, oh, we're going to be your brothers and sisters. And they're disciplining him? Really? Good. Now bare your bottom and lay across my lap. Draco did as he was told. As soon as he was over Harry's lap, a slap sounded across the room. Ow, Draco said. Bella, will you hold him down, please? When did this turn into a spanking fetish fanfic? When? Fail. I'm sorry, Draco said after the 20th slap. What the fuck is wrong with you? He has done nothing to deserve this. Oh, wait till you get a load of this. Draco, love, your father will never hurt you again. His punishments were sadistic. We will never hurt you like he did, okay? That doesn't make it right. Just because you didn't hurt him as much as his dad. Are you kidding me? It's like if you're gonna murder someone, it's like, well, I'm gonna use a gun. So you don't have to be scared. At least I'm not gonna use a knife where it's slow. Does not matter. Does not matter. It does not matter. You are still abusing a child. I look at Harry. Has he had enough? I asked. You sociopathic bitch. Yes, I think he has learnt his lesson. Maybe you shouldn't paddle him, though, he said. Oh, God, was she planning to paddle him? Next, they'll pull out a hairbrush and a ruler, and it'll become just blah. Wasn't planning on it. That was just to scare him into behaving. I am calling Wizard Child Protective Services on your ass. Harry laughed as I walked. Oh my God. Draco was sobbing into my shoulder. His bottom was still bare and a bright red. And he's still hurting from yesterday, or last year's spanking, I guess. Oh God, that was right. They said it's been a year, so he's endured a year of abuse and pedophilia. This is just awful. It's just awful. No wonder he turned out so fucked up. Go figure, right? Look, love, why did you scream, Daddy, please stop back there? I asked, genuinely curious. Because he was having PTSD, you stupid bitch! Oh my God. Because I had a bad dram. Bad dram. Really? Don't forget the E. That Daddy was alive and took me away and started hitting me. And I remember it was me spanking me. I kissed his forehead and let him sob some more. I love you, Belle, I said. Oh, not again. I love you too, sweetheart. You should know that I never want to. You have to use the pedal, and you never want to have to use the pedal on me. Oh, yeah, because he's forcing you to beat his ass with a paddle. The last line in the story. Okay, I'm going to sleep, okay, I nodded. Then he was asleep in my arms, and that's the end of this incomplete story, this obviously incomplete story. Wow. What a masterpiece. Oh, did I say masterpiece? I'm sorry, what I meant was piece of shit. Oh my God. And something tells me that even if it were complete, and they finished their stupid little story, it would not have gotten any better at all. Because Draco is clearly an abused child. Not by one family, but by two. You know, to be completely honest, I thought I would just be pissed with this story because, like, it would be some stupid, like, the same thing as the end of the Twilight series, like Jacob with the baby, I thought it would be some weird, gross rip-off thing like that. No, I had no idea that it was going to turn into something as sick, twisted, gratuitous. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, I know that this is not the worst story about a child getting abused, and not by far the worst fanfic about a child being abused. However, it's the first one that I've read on my show, and reading it out loud, reading it and hearing it just, what was the point? I mean, I assume if they had continued their story, which they have not, it's been a while too, so I think it's safe to assume that they have abandoned it. But what was the point? What was the point? Even if the story goes along of, actually Bella's good and they actually reconcile and Draco gets over, goes to therapy or something, still, what would be the point? What would be the point? Because I am, again, assuming that there was supposed to be some sort of semblance of a plot that did not solely have to do with spanking Draco, like a spanking fetish fanfic. And then the whole family was involved. He's gotten spanked at least once by I remember the family. And he's been there a year. And he has probably been spanked daily, I would guess, because he gets in trouble and gets corporal punishment for not wanting to take a bath or saying chopped liver. The grammar was atrocious. Again, I did not really point out all the grammar mistakes because I was really focused on the content. It's really pissed me off because Draco, obviously everyone wants to punch Draco, but he's a victim of circumstance. What I mean by that is he had no chance. It was a ticking time bomb, so to speak. He was born into an extremely prejudiced family with bloodlines going back to forever. The Blacks and the Malfoys both. So both sides of his family are extremists when it comes to the pureblood thing. So Draco, he didn't know any better. From the moment he was born, he hated anyone who wasn't pure blood. You know, he even hated half-bloods, such as Harry. But of course, he hated Harry off the bat for very different reasons than that. But that's not to say that Draco wasn't responsible for his actions. But, you know, I'm not going to say I like Draco, but I sympathize with him. And he does end up sort of making the right choice in the end. Because, I mean, he has to join Voldemort. Because he's not, you know, he's a Slytherin. He's not self-sacrificing. He's not, you know, this and that. He's cunning and ambitious. So what's he going to do? He's going to do what he thinks is in his political best interest. Whereas I don't think Gryffindors have a good understanding of politics. Yeah, it was horrible. It made no sense, really. None of the presented plot points were developed. The only aspect of this plot that was developed was the fact that Draco is spanked. I have to say, the story was not as predictable as I thought. I gotta give him credit for that. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. So it was a total bummer, wasn't it? It was just a Debbie Downer. So, I think I will leave it at that. I think I've given it its fair share. I've finished it, even though it's been years since I started it, which I don't know why I made the decision because, you know, this is another fanfic critic signing off. I think I'm gonna go watch Harry Potter now. Ba, da, da, da.